you say something, Griggs?
I was merely inquiring about the price, Jervis.
Have you something simpler, much larger, but simpler?
Yes, Mr. Pendleton, I think we have the very thing.
Well, I think that's kind of cute, don't you?
Very cute.
Oh, very cute.
Well, that's it. I'm glad you all agree. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a breakfast appointment. Goodbye.
You understand, of course, this is subject to the lady's approval.
Naturally. And I think you should know, Mr. Griggs, it's been our experience that a diamond of that quality never comes back.
Never. Thank you. Coffee now, Jervis?
Yes, please.
You know, last night was the most wonderful night of my life.
I'll drink to that.
Yes. And let's drink to today. Look how beautiful it is.
I'm glad you like it. I ordered it especially for you.
I suppose if you're a Pendleton, you can make anything happen. Can't you, Jervis?
Not quite. Some things are in the lap of the gods.
You know, Jervis, yesterday when I arrived from college, and you looked so stern, and you thought that I should not have come alone? Well, I have a confession to make. I was really terribly afraid and unsure. But it's been very wonderful. You know, last time I came in that airport was when I arrived from France. Was that only 3 years ago? Seems like forever.
Let's drink to France for having sent you here.
To America for letting me come.
Connect me with 3203, please.
Hello?
I'd like to speak with Mr. Pendleton, please.
Oh, just a minute. Jervis, it's for you.
Hello?
Jervis, you are the most contemptible, deceitful, dishonorable character it has ever been my misfortune to know.
Who is this? Who? Yeah, I think so, Alec. Well, all right, I will. Right away. Julie, I'll be right back. Just a few minutes.
Where are you going?
Some friend of mine wants to see me. You finish breakfast. It won't be long. Hi.
Well, I'm waiting. Say something.
All right. Why aren't you in France?
I am here to report to the Secretary of State.
Then why aren't you in Washington?
I'll be there tonight. Now that I've answered your question, suppose you answer mine. What are you doing in that next suite?
Why, you evil-minded...
Jervis, the last time you accused me of being evil-minded was when you wanted to bring that young French girl to this country to educate her.
Alec.
Now, never mind what the newspapers would make of all this. How you enlisted the services of the United States government in your enterprise. Never mind the part I played. Let's leave all that out. Think of the girl. She is here on a student's visa. Her behavior is subject to constant scrutiny. She can be expelled, her passport picked up at a
Now,
moment's...
wait a minute. Alec, it is nothing like that.
Jervis, I was on the terrace. Now, I'm no eavesdropper, but I'd have to be deaf not to overhear the conversation that you and the young lady were having at the breakfast table.
Like what?
Jervis, last night was the most wonderful night of my life. Even the most generous interpretation of that is horrifying. And serving her cocktails at this hour.
Cocktails? Are you nuts?
I distinctly heard the glasses clink.
It was orange juice.
Nobody clinks orange juice glasses. I haven't been out of the country that long.
Oh, Alec, you've got it all wrong. I'm in love with the girl.
Is she in love with you?
I don't know. I was just about to ask her when the darn phone rang, and it was you.
Well, I'm glad I was in time. What could the poor girl have said but yes?
She could have said no.
Don't be ridiculous. You've obviously swept her off her feet. You're older than she is. That's always very attractive. You're rich, and that's even more attractive. You've changed her life completely, for which she must be very grateful.
She doesn't know anything about that. She doesn't know that I'm her daddy.
Daddy what? Daddy Sugar?
Oh, shut up. She only knows me as Jervis Pendleton, the uncle of her roommate.
The uncle of her roommate. Doesn't that at least give you pause?
Not particularly. I'm not the only man she's met in America. She's also interested in a Harvard graduate.
Can he afford to bring her to New York and entertain her in this style?
Well,
Of course not. He's probably out looking for a job.
he is not. He's working in Bolivia, in a tin mine. Now, if you'll excuse me.
It wouldn't by any chance happen to be the Pendleton tin mine, would it?
Well, he needed a job. Well, what's the matter with helping young people?
It's an interesting hobby. You seem to have embraced it vigorously.
Well, he applied for a job in Africa. The project blew up, and I just happened to have an opening in Bolivia.
King David.
What are you talking about?
David sent Uriah into battle because he coveted Bathsheba.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, I've had just about enough. Now, look here, Alec. There's nothing underhanded or deceitful about this. It's true, I sent that young man, well, he was going out of the country anyway. He needed a job, and I sent him. Sure, the girl is much younger than I am. I'm not denying that. Sure, I'm rich. There's no question about that. Certainly, I did everything possible to sweep her off her feet. But doesn't every man who's in love... Oh, you're absolutely right. It's insane. What was I thinking of?
I don't know.
You got a cigarette here, isn't it?
Hmm? She must be very attractive, Jervis.
Very. I'll bring that boy back from Bolivia. Alec, have you any idea how many hotels there are in New York?
Not the slightest.
There are hundreds, thousands.
But Jervis, I always stop here.
$3203, please.